Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I wanted to remember a friend, someone I considered a friend, that I admired immensely because she was a teacher, Andrea Caruth. And I watched her take in little children on their first day, crying, kicking and screaming after their parents dropped them off in front of her daycare, and watch these children over months and over years in some cases progress and become, little adolescents with personalities and so forth. Because she was someone that I was able to admire close up. She was right across the street. And unfortunately, such a tragedy. It's more than unfortunate. It's a real tragedy that her life was taken. And taken at a time when she was expecting to be a mom herself. And I'm certain her children would have had the very best tutoring because she seemed to be so dedicated at what she did. And I don't want to assign, guilt to anyone. That's not my job. It is the job of our judicial system, and hopefully in this case they will examine all of the evidence, because not everything is apparent, and find justice for this wonderful young woman. It is ironic that when I think back in retrospect, I knew the person that is in custody and is being questioned as to whether or not they are the party responsible for the loss of life of Andrea Caruth. And over years, I've known this person, and there were things that I always felt that I needed to keep my proclivity of caution regarding this person. Didn't smile very much, always serious. I actually had done some work on a wall in particular, and he had mentioned to me that for the cement figures that I desired to place on this wall, that he knew of a place where I could acquire these figurines or statuettes that I wanted to place on this wall. So I'd spent some time with this person. And during that time, I felt that I was certainly being, questioned kind of in a skullduggery type of way, having been in close proximity to both the daycare centers and all the people involved. But as I've always done, I just, kind of have a sense of maintaining a proclivity of caution when I feel that someone has a somewhat clandestine personality. And had I been able to see the future, and we all sometimes wish we could, because after such a repugnant act that was committed against this young woman, it is absolutely devastating to know that the community has lost such a wonderful young woman that did such a pristine job with children. The most important aspect of their lives is their introduction to learning. And it's such as planting a seed. If you plant that seed in fertile ground and you water it properly and you make sure it gets all the nourishment and nutrition that it needs, you have the foundation of a plant or a person or a building or anything that one desires to be of any significance. You have the foundation that is solid, which can go beyond expectations, above and beyond. And she was such a teacher that laid that foundation for children to embrace learning and therefore take it throughout their life with a desire to learn and to grow and to get better and to excel. And that young woman, Andrea Caruth, was taken. I want to send out my condolences to her family, the friends, all the friends in the community that knew her. And I certainly would like, as much as anyone that knew her, for justice to be served, regardless who the individual is or what the relationship is. Justice should and must be served. Thank you.